Salutations and fist bumps, folks. Welcome to the grid. Today, we're going to talk about, well, you've seen the Black Panther trailer at this point. I mean, this many people have seen the Black Panther trailer. Of course, you've seen it. Probably also saw this guy as well. And if you saw this guy, you probably thought, who is this guy? And when you found out his name was Namor, probably then thought, who is Namor? With the release of Black Panther's trailer and the announcements from this year's San Diego Comic-Con, we now know that Black Panther is going to be the ending of Phase 4. But we also found out in that same span of time that the oldest mutant in the Marvel Universe is going to be joining the MCU as well. Again, his name is Namor. And if that name is not familiar to you, or you've just been saying to yourself over and over again, who is Namor? Well, we're going to talk about that in this video. So buckle your seatbelts because we're going to get really familiar with the origin of Namor. So being half human and half Atlantean, Namor the Submariner, which is his official name as he's officially called, was born to an Atlantean princess named Finn. His father, an explorer named Leonard Mackenzie. Now, his father inadvertently caused damage to, while trying to do his exploratory analysis and stuff like that, while, being an explorer, he caused damage to Atlantis, which then perked up the ears of Finn, bringing her to the surface. And upon her investigation of what was going on, she became a stowaway. In that same situation, she became involved with Leonard, or Mackenzie as the comics usually call him. They had a baby, or at least she got pregnant, went back to, well, let me back up a little bit. The Atlanteans thought that she was kidnapped, came to her rescue. She wasn't kidnapped. It was a long story short. Went back to Atlantis. From there, Namor is born. Oh, and by the way, Leonard and Finn also got married. Namor, whose name literally means avenging son, was born or given the name Namor to avenge what happened or what is believed to have happened to Atlantis, specifically from the surface dwellers, as they're called. Everybody in Atlantis believes that the surface has done Atlantis wrong, and it's no one more specific or no one more heightened than Namor himself. One of the strongest characters in the Marvel Universe, in the comics specifically, being able to fly because of the wings that are on his ankles, which is also the signifying factor that he is a mutant. He also has the ability to control sea creatures with his mind, or more specifically with telepathy. He is also known for his incredible strength and has led attacks a bunch of times against the surface with that strength. And the only thing to rival his strength is his time in the Marvel Universe, because he's the oldest issued character, along with the original Human Torch from the 60s. The Human Torch, the second Human Torch, specifically have a very large history of battles between Namor and Human Torch, but the Human Torch, the original one, started with Namor in the same issue, and that was issued in 1963. Yes, 1963. As previously mentioned, Namor is leaps and bounds stronger than most Atlanteans and humans alike, coupling his massive abilities outside of water with water, and you have a very, literally add water, big pancake mess on your hands. And aside from his physical abilities, he's very intelligent, which means he can also lead both land and sea at the same time. So in terms of allies, this guy has actually been on both sides of the coin a few times with the Avengers, both friend and foe, and we'll talk about that later on. But specifically as an ally, he has actually fought with the Avengers, the Fantastic Four. During World War II, he fought alongside Captain America, Bucky, and the original Human Torch. So again, he is not necessarily a villain, but an anti-hero, maybe. But yeah, he's fought with the Avengers as well, and also has been a part of the Illuminati. Now, in terms of enemies, the Fantastic Four top this list because they have literally been in and out of his face the entirety of his career, along with Doctor Doom and Wakanda, or Black Panther specifically. So in terms of enemies, we have the Fantastic Four, Atuma, a fellow Atlantean, who actually tries to steal Namor's girl. And then when Namor comes back, well, the full story is Namor goes away. He's assumed that he's disappeared. His girl decides, hey, I'm just gonna go with Atuma for a second. Namor comes back, and that is null and void. Atuma is pissed. That is the story. That is the full story at this point. Moving on. At one point, Namor is seen or found as a homeless man who is plagued with amnesia at this point. But as soon as he hits back into water, he then gets a refreshing of his memory, which then leads him down the path of destruction to the entire surface level, which also includes the Fantastic Four. Okay, so just to sum this up, Namor, the character, is necessarily an anti-hero. He's fought with the Avengers, he's fought against the Avengers, he's fought or been a part of the Illuminati, which is he's been a part of the Illuminati as well, which is a group of, or a secret group of heroes. And then he's also fought against or fought with Doctor Doom, fought against Wakanda multiple times. I don't know what to call him, but what you can't say is that this dude plays any games, because strength, mutant, first mutant or not, whatever you want to call him, dude plays absolutely no games at all. And that's my take on it. So let me hear yours in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.